Hello there. Today I will be ranking all of our players from who I think is most likely to win, to least likely, in a tier list. This will be based on how their game is looking going into next week, their potential long-term prospects, and how I think the edit is factoring into their chances to win or go far. This ranking is my own personal opinion, and will probably change massively from week to week, but these are my thoughts after episode 6. I also want to point out that tiers are not ordered in any particular way. The person voted out this week was Elie. Elie made a lot of blunders throughout the game which ultimately led to her downfall. She thought she was in a much better position than in reality, as she was outplayed by Sami and Owen to be taken out. Overall, it was fun to have a villain on the season which I always respect. First in the D tier this week is Ryan. Ryan is truly desperate at this point, seeing as he pitched a 7-person alliance with the Merge Feast group. He has no allies, and is also a physical threat in challenges moving forward. I see it as a super long shot for Ryan to have any chance to win. First in the C tier this week is Jeanine. Jeanine barely escapes D tier because of the simple fact that she has an idol. Despite this, she is in one of the worst spots in the game, as her closest ally in Elie left this week. Jeanine's original tribe betrayed her, so now she will have to scramble for new allies or else she will be an easy vote out next week. Next in the C tier is Noelle. Noelle is on the outs at this point, and while she might not be an active target going into next tribal, she has very little power in the game. She has no knowledge about and idols or advantages in the game besides her own, so she must look into building new relationships moving forward to have a shot to win. Next in the C tier this week is Gabler. Gabler did succeed this week in getting his primary target Elie out, where he did a great job in throwing her under the bus. Unfortunately for Gabler, the way he did this made him lose a lot of respect in his allies and those around him. Because of this I don't think he is in a good spot to win even if he were to make it to the end, so he must turn his game around moving forward. Next in the C tier this week is Dwight. Dwight is in a similar spot to Noelle, where both don't have much power in the game, and little knowledge about what is happening around them. Dwight is in the C tier because he is not an active target in the future, but it will be hard for him to gain power as well. First in the B tier is Owen. Owen is in a solid spot currently with his backer allies, and seems to have a good relationship with players from other tribes as well. He has a good amount of knowledge of where idols and advantages lie in the game, but ultimately we don't know the most about his game. He has a lot of potential to move up or down in the coming weeks, depending on what happens. Next in the B tier is Jesse. This was a quiet episode for Jesse, but we do know that he is solid with his former Vessi allies, so we will see where he can take that power moving forward. He finally has his vote back, so we will see how he moves through the game in the next tribal council. Next in the B tier is Cody. Cody took a decent hit to his game by having his idol accidentally exposed by Noelle in the merge. He still seems to be in a solid spot in the game, as he had others willing to work with him instead of sending him home, but he will not always be a big threat with the idol being a known quantity. Next in the B tier this week is Cassidy. Cassidy had a tough showing this week, as she believed Elie's lies about Cody being a target to go home. However, she was never in any huge danger, as the potential main target was never her, but it doesn't bode well for her game in general. She still has solid allies in the game, and I would like to see her bounce back to A or even S tier in the future. First in the A tier this week is James. James, unlike Cassidy, had a great read on the situation with Elie's lies. He didn't believe her, and instead knew he could possibly be a target. James has solid allies in the game and a good mind for strategy, so I can see him going far this season. First in the S tier this week is Sami. Sami is a player who always can get what he wants and has solid reads in the game. He recognized that Elie could be a big threat moving forward, so he pushed to have her go home. He also knows that he can't necessarily trust Gabler, instead working with other players. If he can continue playing well like this, I think he has a great chance to win. Next in the S tier is Karla. This was a quieter week for Karla, but we do know she has lots of upsides to her game currently. She has solid allies, and I think will be an important player moving forward with her strategy and idol. Hopefully we can see more of her game next week, as I am optimistic about her chances. There is my current tier list of who I think is most likely to win and make it far. Keep in mind that these are just my opinions, and I am unspoiled this season, and this is very subject to change. We will see if anyone else will be able to rise to the S tier, and I am interested to see how the rest of the season will shake out. Thanks for watching.